Thank you for joining us on Discussion to Action. Today we're going to be talking about the common phrase made by many women who often say things like, there are no good men out there. And we're also going to have a conversation about women of value. Let's get started.
So if I'm easily affected, if the wind blows and I'm emotional and I'm all over here and I'm over there, my woman by nature, she's an emotional creature. God gave her that so that she can be sensitive to certain things in the spirit. That's a whole different topic. So with her, that being her natural state, I have to resonate and understand my natural state, which is to be the foundation, to be the rock, to be what the relationship leans on, so that when the wind does get to blowing, we don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Come on now.
And let me say, you guys kind of said this, but I want to ask it in a different way, because it said that there are good men imposters.
Oh! They're killing the game right now. They're killing the game right now. They're winning.
We call them
snakes.
snakes.
Yeah.
So
I want to know, what are the true signs of a good man, and how would or could a woman know whether or not she is dealing with a good man?
So don't have sex with him.
First
and foremost. I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there.
That's a good one.
I was about to say.
Because they can't last. A real man can last. A fake one can't. He can't. He gonna disappear. I promise you. I guarantee it. Put my life on it.
I would say on either gender, because we start getting into good, I would say eligible candidates. I'll take good and bad out of there and say eligible candidates for what you want for your future, not what immediately satisfies you. Because what we argue what is a good man or good woman, we go into immediate satisfaction instead of the long game. But when it comes to finding what it is a good man, I feel like somebody who means what he says and says what he means. He also is consistent with everything that he does. So if he's a good person to his mom, he's going to be a good person to you. He's going to be a good person at work. Those are things you want to look for, consistencies within his habits and his character. Yes. He may have some flaws that he's building, but those flaws are detrimental to his character. Meaning that he's a great guy, but sometimes he may be over emotional and he can't balance himself to the point to where, okay, you know what, that person says something to me negatively. My male ego may make me want to respond on an aggression tip because that's what I've been taught. But my soul speaks to me and calms me down, so I have more clarity. You want to have somebody that is self-sustainable, meaning that he has the ability to self-sustain himself. He doesn't need anybody to do anything for him but God. You need to be very aware of that. He should not need anybody for anything per se, because that means his ability to do has been taken away from him, or he stripped it away from himself. I would say the third, the ability to reason, even when things are unreasonable. Yes. Meaning that even when the world is shaken, his ability to reason with what's going on with him, to make a logical solution presented, or just be able to say that. Because if we're going to sit here, I've been in situations where I had to, actually, he needs to know how to be the bigger person at all times. That's just to clarify it all the way down. His ability to be the bigger person and know how to be the bigger person without being vindictive or being arrogant or being conceited about how he's choosing to be the bigger person, and allow the ability for growth. And know when to take a step back, and knowing when being a man isn't being opposing to her being a woman. Meaning that I don't need to, again, it's being on the freeway. I'm a man. I need to let you be a woman by whatever means that you are a woman. And I would say the biggest one is that he has to know what you want from a man without you asking or telling him. He should be able to identify by your friends, your relationship with your family, and everything like that, the type of woman he's getting himself into. Because at that point, you get what he's talking about, where as soon as you get closer to him, he pushes back. But he should have known before setting up this relationship with you, identify if that's the kind of woman you are. Because that's what you're going to nurture. Women nurture what they are. So if you want to nurture love and you're a loving woman, guess what? You're going to want to be with somebody that's loving. If you're a tomboy and you're a woman and you like basketball and sports, and that's a guy who plays basketball and sports, guess what you're going to nurture? Those abilities and those skills which you possess within yourself, because now God has placed somebody within your life that you attracted because of what you have inside of you personally. That's how I feel. If you don't believe in God, energy, karma, whatever it is, you attract what you are and who you are. So as a man, I have to be aware of that as well. And I feel like those are really key factors.
Okay.
Hold on, let's explain.
So I think when a man is willing to invest in you, his most prized possession, which is his time. I think that's how you can tell the difference between a snake. And don't get me wrong, because I watched Insecure, and if you remember, there was an episode or a few episodes where the main male character, Lawrence, was investing time in this lady who was working in the bank. Now, the difference between good time and time that's self-serving is he would meet her up, booty calls, you know, meet her at the crib. He didn't really want to go to family functions. Those are characteristics you need to look for if you're a woman. If he's only meeting you at prime sex hours, I'm going to say what it is.
2 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, can we name the hours?
To the 5, to
Just
the
in case
5:30.
somebody doesn't know.
Maybe 1:30 to 12.
Hey, you know?
Exactly.
10 p.m. If he is not taking you out and you allow like if every time is in-house, let's keep it simple. If you are in-house kicking it, but you as a woman also have to understand, it's your house.
Yeah.
And you are agreeing to this consistency of these acts and then get mad at the result of these acts that you are partaking in as if these actions don't lead. Again, it's like the fire analogy. If I put my hand in fire, I'm gonna get burnt. So unless I like being burnt, let's not put my hand in fire. So they're gonna call you, you're never gonna go out, never gonna be at family functions. They always gonna make it seem like you're an inconvenience to doing anything extra. Meaning that if it's not booty, don't hit me up, don't talk to me, and if it's not about that, I might come and chill with you. But if it ain't that, I might just have an off day, and I just feel like chilling. But you have to, it's no different than the woman that chases a man just for dinner dates.
Wow.
Yes, one moment.
And
You know what? Maybe Amari, maybe you can help me with this.
come on, son.
Amari.
I feel like a lot of people gonna have some follow-up questions.
Yeah, my father was from my best friend. His mom was from Nigeria. Or you? Oh, so
I've seen you somewhere.
we go all the people.
He said we got a long way here. The whole time.
We've seen each other for somewhere.
Yeah, Spain.
All right,
I
cool.
represent Spain.
Don, Don,